Overthinking. A lot of you, well, first of all, congratulations, you have sorted out setting up your goals, like your daily buckets. You have set up your daily buckets. You know exactly what you're gonna do. But then for some reason, when you wake up, you have this tendency of thinking of how can I actually do step 5 before you complete step 1. That is what is creating anxiety. You become anxious, you start to overthink what you're gonna do or whatnot. Because there are some days where you're not certain if you have step 5 sorted out. You haven't prepared for step 5. And then that makes you anxious. You start to think, oh, what is step 5 is gonna look like? What is step 5 is gonna look like? What is step 5 is gonna be like? No. And at that point, you start calling yourself someone who has anxiety. Now you're sick. Now you want medication. See, that's some shit that a lot of people. It's a business, okay? The reason why I call this a bullshit is because it's a business. Pharmaceutical companies, they make a living off of people's pain, and if they can make you feel good in a moment where you're just gonna come back and buy pills from them over and over and over again, they will do it. They don't give a shit, okay? So for that reason, I experienced the same situation, which was like, panicking and things like that, right? And the reason for that is because I was thinking ahead of myself. I just needed to become cautious of where my thoughts were, instead of being at the present moment, and instead of focusing on where I am at that moment in time, the step that I need to take on that specific moment. I was focusing on step like 20, beating boss 20 instead of beating boss number 2. Do you see what I mean? So if you can just simply decide to say, you know what, I don't know what step 5 looks like. I usually do all my steps on it. I usually fill all my buckets on a daily basis. But today it seems like I don't have it all. At least let me focus on what I know that needs to be done. The thing that I'm 100% confident of, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those are already in line and I know what I'm going to be doing. Let me focus on that. I will worry about that later on. Because anyways, regardless of if you figure out step 5 or not, it is step 5 for a reason. Because the most important thing, the way we organize our buckets is by priorities. What is the most important thing that I need to do on a daily basis? And based off of that is how we organize, right? So if step 1 is figured out and that day didn't go, and you didn't do step 2, 3, 4, 5, you're still good. And if you figure out step 1 and 2 and you didn't do 3, 4, 5, you're still good. If you figure out 1, 2, 3 and you didn't do 4 and 5, you're still good. Do you see what I mean? Instead of now becoming prisoner of your thoughts in thinking and overthinking, how come you don't have that? No. Do what you have. You don't need to punish yourself again and overthink. It's called ruminating. Some people call it, I don't know, maybe the psychology community, they call it ruminating. And you just rehashing the thoughts again and again, and you have no idea what you're going to do. It's already fucked up. Don't worry about that. It's gone. That opportunity is gone. You can just prepare yourself the next day how you're going to make sure that step 5 comes through as well. Be present. Focus on the step 1. You're already doing fantastic job because you already have your daily routines organized, unlike most people. And we're not talking about daily routine organized like waking up, going to job, and coming back from work, being with family. We're not talking about that. That's mandatory. That's something that you do any day on a daily basis. We're talking about personal goals, okay? What are your life goals? Do you have life goals besides what we usually supposed to do anyways?